I'm going to just kind of hang out and chill a little bit. I know I haven't done this in a while. Uh, and I don't know, it's really been for a variety of reasons, but nothing major, you know. Um, I titled this sort of observations from a summit, and I'm not referring to any specific summit that I may have attended of any particular group or anything like that. What I'm referring to in a summit is basically, getting to a higher place and basically, having that perspective of basically looking back on on the road traveled and that kind of stuff. Um, and I think that, everybody is, and what's important about that is that, it's so easy to get caught up in all the minutia of life, be it one thing or another. It can be religion or politics or sports or, what have you. But getting caught up in all of that minutia is a very strange experience, and I don't like to do it, and it's just not how I identify. No, but when I do it, I do kind of do it intensely because I think that if you're gonna do it, you might as well just go whole hog. But at some point in time, just kind of pull back a little bit and trying to balance things out. So I'll have my fun and I'll deal with things. But pulling back and checking things out a little bit is and reflecting on things is good. And I feel very good as far as the where I have gotten. And that's not to say that I'm in any position of luxury or anything like that. It's just that things are okay, and they're not awesome, they're not horrible, and they're good, and I'm having fun navigating all the shit. There's a lot of shit happening, which means gives me a lot of food for thought, and that is basically part of what I'm doing here. And in a lot of instances, one of the things that I'm getting tired of all of these sort of artificial um, devices to sort of hype up a person in a certain sense. Like, it's like happy Groundhog Day, happy St. Patrick's Day, happy Arbor Day, happy this, happy that, happy birthday, even, all of these things. It's just like, and it's not that I have anything against happiness or anything like that. It's just that it, to me, it's just a very artificial device. And I don't need that device to be happy. I am happy. That's it. I am happy. That mean I am. It's I don't have to force myself. Don't have to think about positive things to make myself feel better or anything like that. I'm just okay. I'm good. And I've managed to get good uh, by thinking of myself more as an animal and thinking, what does an animal need to do to basically operate and survive optimally? I'm in an environment that I have to navigate. And so, I'm looking again, it's more of an animal, really. I mean, just, how much do I eat? How much do I move? How much do I drink? Um, you know, how do I communicate? What are the things that I communicate? What are the reasons for the things that I communicate? You know, and I do have right now a very political bent. I mean, I am morally offended. I am morally offended by what is happening right now, by the circumstances, and when I'm talking about the circumstances, I'm talking about fucking Trump, you know, and the shit that I mean, this guy should be in fucking jail, and you know, I have no reservations about making that statement. I mean, he needs to be fucking put away. He is a fucking danger. But I know, you know, it goes beyond that. I'm not going to get caught into that little game again. I don't. You know, you can nuance these things all you want, and you know, and certainly things that can be talked about. But that so that's and so the thing is to focus on my health, you know, is to focus on my intake and to focus on, you know, the things that I do, make sure I get the exercise, make sure that I get the proper exercise here, you know, as well as the cardio and everything like that. Yeah, I still have, you know, weight that I need to lose, but I'm okay. I'm satisfied with where I am, but not content in any fashion. I'm just, you know, looking forward to moving forward. You know, I'm glad to say that I'm off any prescription medicine, and you know, I haven't had the need. I did get the vaccine and the booster, and I'm feeling fine. I haven't had a cold really in any of this time. You know, I remember the trajectory of this was when this really sort of got heavy. Um, you know, was in 2000, and my cousin, who's from Peru, was visiting with his family in Orlando. They were going to Disney, and his you know, my niece, yeah, I'm basically her godfather, and they, you know, they were going to be trapped, and I just, you know, just took the initiative, said nope, 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 and you know, brought him back here to my house, and so we all lived together for that, you know, that quarantine period that we experienced in that March and April period, and or February, you know, yeah, February, March, April, and it was, so that's kinda that was the beginning of the, I guess, the intense journey in a way, you know, and well, that was kind of, where really things got set off, um, to bring me to the point that I am today. And there's still it's been an incredible trajectory just in even that short time frame. I mean, a lot of things happened in that short period of time. But again, and I guess that's kind of leads me to the title, at least to kind of bring it all back and together is kind of looking at it, you know, making observations from a summit, and just always reminding myself that I am an animal. I think that, you know, I don't see the need to sort of add any element of spirituality to anything. I really don't. And it really seems to be more of a tool to control other people more than anything else. I don't see any benefits to it whatsoever, to the spirituality aspect. You know, the dynamics and the psychology of it is, you know, so weird. You know, this sort of like this passive aggressive, you know, the subservience, and at the same time, you know, aggressive alliance, and it's just this weird mentality more than anything. But then again, you know, there's a lot of weird mentalities, and you know, the weird mentalities that are so deeply entrenched in sports, and so deeply entrenched in celebrations, and so deeply entrenched in, you know, just deeply entrenched in anything, and you know, I just think that having the balance is the greatest thing. So that's the perspective from a summit. Wanted to keep it brief. Nothing funny, nothing groundbreaking or anything like that. But I did find it interesting to read the speculation that we are basically in the early stages of of a major extinction event. The last being 65 million years ago, and I can believe that. I think all the circumstances support that, and um, it is what it is in that respect. There, I mean, there, the force. There's nothing that's going to put the brakes on this. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe it's going to play out in 20, 30 years or something like that. Maybe a little bit longer. I have no idea. And there will be survivors from the mass extinction event, and what that means. That's going to be very interesting. And what I look at, right now, my training is basically to be, a survivor. Should that event, take place sometime in the near future. So I am looking at myself um, in that role and setting myself up to basically deal with those types of circumstances. I'm looking forward as a nomadic kind of existence, and we'll see where this goes. And I'll talk about it later. You take care and stay safe, stay healthy, and yeah, do what you must.